Welcome back to Narrate-Now. Today we're diving into a wild mix of comedy, romance, and horror with the 2020 film Spontaneous. And fair warning, this one gets messy. Yep, we're talking about teenagers literally exploding. So grab your snacks, because spoilers are coming. Before we jump in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We open with Mara, a high school senior, sitting bored in class. She drops her pencil, bends down to pick it up, and then boom. The girl sitting in front of her explodes into a bloody mess. Mara, in her usual sarcastic tone, later explains that the girl wasn't angry, sad, or strange, just normal. Definitely not explosive. While her classmates panic and run out, Mara remains oddly calm. She and the girl weren't close, just classmates. Still, the whole school is shaken. At the police station, the students are questioned. Mara cracks jokes with the officers, but they're not buying her humor. They shower, change clothes, and wait around. Dylan, one of her classmates, compares the whole thing to a Cronenberg movie. Mara's the only one who laughs. Mara goes home with her parents, smokes a little pot, and receives a flirty text from a secret admirer. Turns out, it's Dylan. The next day is the funeral, and Mara and her best friend Tess try to cope. They pick up shrooms from the sketchy Dalton twins, and Mara ends up dumping them all into her latte. Bad idea. She gets sick, Dylan helps her through it, and they spend the night talking. It's here Mara realizes Dylan was the guy texting her. Sparks fly, and soon enough, Dylan asks her out. At school events, Dylan and Mara grow closer. During a football game, another student explodes right in front of everyone. Panic spreads, the media calls it the Covington curse, and suddenly the whole town is obsessed. But Mara and Dylan lean into life instead of hiding from it. He even shows up with an ice cream truck, just to make people laugh. They start dating, joke about the absurdity of their situation, and share moments of genuine joy, because who knows if they'll survive tomorrow. The government eventually quarantines the entire senior class. Scientists run endless tests, ask them questions about their dreams and emotions, and try experimental pills they nickname the snooze button. Inside the facility, kids keep exploding anyway. The deaths feel random and cruel. Still, Mara and Dylan cling to each other. He calls her his girlfriend. They kiss, laugh, and try to carve out normal moments in a nightmare. Eventually, the blue pills seem to work. The government releases the students back to their families, and life slowly resumes. Mara shares a sweet Christmas with her parents, even vapes together with them, before she and Dylan finally sleep together for the first time. For a brief moment, things feel hopeful. On Valentine's Day, Dylan sets up a private barn party for Mara. He tells her he loves her, and she playfully swears back at him. It's their way of saying it. He dreams of spending the summer with her if they survive, but survival isn't guaranteed. Back at school, the pills start failing. During class, multiple students explode one after another. Panic erupts. Mara and Dylan cling to each other, but then, right when she feels safe, Dylan explodes right in her arms. Covered in his blood, Mara stumbles home in shock. The grief nearly destroys her. She drinks heavily, isolates herself, and pushes away Tess and her parents. Dylan's funeral passes, but Mara can't move on. Mara spirals, stealing alcohol, crashing protests, lashing out at her parents. She even convinces herself that maybe she's the curse. Eventually, she revisits all the places tied to her pain. The memorials, her classroom, and Dylan's grave. At the cemetery, she breaks down in front of Dylan's mom. For the first time, Mara admits out loud how scared and broken she feels. Dylan's mom comforts her, reminding her that pain is part of life, but it doesn't make her the cause of all this horror. It's a turning point. Mara finally shows up at prom, drunk, messy, and unfiltered. She takes the stage, sarcastically apologizes for being the curse, and then accepts her diploma. One by one, her classmates echo the same apology, almost mocking the absurdity of it all. By the end of the school year, 31 students are dead, but Mara survived. She doesn't know why, and maybe she never will. Months later, the explosions stop. Mara says goodbye to Agent Rossetti and gets ready to leave for college in Dylan's old truck. Driving past the now-abandoned school, she reflects on everything. Yes, life is terrifying. Bad things happen, people die, but the only real choice is to live, fully, messily, and without waiting for the right moment. Mara imagines her future. Maybe she'll marry. Maybe she'll be a mom. Maybe even the president. Or maybe she'll just grow old with Tess in that beach house they always dreamed of. Whatever happens, she's done living in fear. Because if life can explode at any moment, then why waste it? And that's Spontaneous, 2020. A chaotic mix of blood, love, and growing up under impossible circumstances. So what do you think? Would you live differently if you knew tomorrow wasn't guaranteed? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss more recaps here on Narrate Now.